What's good, everybody? Pete here at Spawn Fly Fish. And if you're looking for the perfect searching nymph, search no more, we're going to show you a great option, and it just happens to include a small amount of guinea hen. Grab your vise, let's tie some flies. Alright, in the vise we've got the jig hook from Ahrex. This one is the FW555, which indicates it is the barbless version. And for the bead, we've got the Spawn football bead in black, and the size is 6mm. And of course, we're going to lock that bead in place. So we've got some lead-free .020. Looking for 5 or 6 wraps there. Go ahead and trim that off both ends, and we will slide that into the cavity or back end of that bead. And that should hold everything in place as we put together this little bug here. And so today, tying something we all need throughout the year, which is just that searching kind of nymph slash bug, whatever you want to call it, that just catches fish when nothing's hatching, there's nothing dominant in as far as a food source, all that good stuff. So let's get some thread going today. We have Uni6 in black. So let's get those wire wraps covered up here, some angled wraps to begin, and then we'll come with straight on wraps and really get all that cinched down. Very simple fly. We are utilizing elements that catch fish as triggers or whatever it might be, and we're just kind of putting those things together using a little logic. If A works and B works, A plus B should work really well. So start that off with a Polliwog tail from Spawn. So we've got black Polliwog tail. I'm going to utilize just less than half of this tail. I'm going for something about the length of our hook here. Just make sure that bead is good. Alright, so again, transfer that measure to your left hand or your off tying hand. Get a couple wraps here and just get that solidified, tied in. Nothing crazy. Going for those confidence flies, no matter the conditions, no matter the time of year, they just seem to put fish in the net, and that is where the inspiration for this bug comes from. So I really want to clean up that body section as much as I can there. I'm happy with that. Let's get a rib tied in. For the rib today, we've got some copper colored wire, even copper wire, colored copper, in the size Brassie, and this is an ultra wire. Unisoft wire would work just fine by all means. Alright, really tie that in and solidify. And then for our body material here, we've got some Peacock Herl. Got about 4 strands that I've taken off of an eyed stick. And we're just going to tie those all in at the same time by the tips. And gently work that back, make sure it's all in there, and right about there I'll go ahead and pull those fibers up and remove the scissor. At this point, bead is up behind the bead, or our thread's behind the bead, so we can take all the peacock and start twisting them together. We're going to make one rope out of those 4 pieces. Key here, ribbing wire comes forward for that first wrap and then comes back again, and this will lock the rib into place and give us a cleaner start when we actually begin to wrap the wire rib. So just want to work our way up to the front here for those last few turns. Actually incorporate the rotary function of the vise here, which you don't see me do very often, and voila, we're up behind the bead. And yes, I do want to use as much of that space on that hook shank as possible. Trim out those butts. And now let's counter rib or go the other direction. So I went over toward you. I'm going to come under toward you for the rib. And then I'm just going to slightly wiggle as I make my way through all those fibers. And this rib is it's not a big visual. It's all about the strength and keeping that peacock curl on the hook as long as possible. Those trout teeth are not nice. Tie that off. That wire bent back a little bit. Alright, so now something exciting. we've kind of shown you a little bit about the guinea hen skins that we brought in from whiting, and here's one feather off of a gigantic skin, and this is coming from the breast area of the bird. And what a great replacement as far as if you're into tying a lot of soft hackles with partridge and different things. This is a great sub. Look at the mottling on that feather. It moves, it dances, it's got the look, it does everything you need it to do. Just happens to be a ton of feathers on these skins. As far as a value bird goes, this is definitely a great value. Alright, so let's get this feather tied in. As you saw, I already have the tip trimmed out the way I wanted. And now we'll remove the excess tag there. And nothing crazy, I don't need to put dubbing or anything in. I'm just going to get some wraps of this guinea hen, and we will call this fly done. Let's see if we can get 2 full wraps here. Just take your time. It's a little different than some of the other feathers you might be used to working with, but it is a fun one. Alright, so there's our second wrap. Just going to clean some of those fibers out of my way. Get that clean V on the quill versus the fibers, and that'll be my tie-off spot right there. So as you can see, it doesn't spread quite like some of the other feathers, but I'll show you the trick here in a second. Get that tied in and trim out the quill. And it looks like I've left my handy dandy comb, but no worries, this should work. We'll get in there with our scissor and just start to prim and primp and separate those fibers a little bit like so. And that's all we need. Now we can finish tying off. Get those all facing the right direction there. So you see that little bit of unruliness, and I'm a fan. Now we've got it all wrapped around there the right way. Clean up that collar neck, and let's go ahead and whip finish. One. Let's give it a second one just because. Cut out our thread. Onto some head cement. Got some Loon hardhead clear here. And keep in mind this is jig oriented, so this is the way it's going to be moving in the water. Hook point up. And let's get all those thread wraps covered with some cement. And it's time to go fishing. Again, whether it's summer or in between hot spots of fishing and all that, searching nymphs really come into play. I like to have light color, dark color, and that's about it as far as pickiness on the color of a searching nymph. The rest of it is pretty much movement and getting it in the right depth. So Bead got movement in the tail, movement in the collar, and irresistible goodness inside the body with all that peacock. What more could you ask for? Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please hit like, please hit subscribe. We will see you guys on the water.